Hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad y'all here on today. So it's some major updates today. Um, and the reason why I got my camera off because I'm resting. But I'm gonna just wait till a couple more people come in. I mean, not come in because they always say, "Come on in the room." No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna wait for a few minutes to some more people start watching. Oh, got major updates on today. Yep, some major updates on today we have for you on today. I have for you on today. I hope everybody is having an awesome day on today. Yep, major updates. A lot of people been waiting for the updates. They've been sending me messages on my videos and stuff, asking for updates and stuff. And some people been texting me on social media, TikTok, asking for updates and stuff. So everybody know that I'm on a weight loss healthy journey. A lot of people know, some people don't know that I have some major health issues going on. So the updates are in phase 2 of my weight loss journey. I've been doing natural weight loss journey first, seeing if I could do it on my own, non-medical, they call it non-medical weight loss. So some people know that I take Ozempic. I started out on 0.25 on Ozempic, and then I went from 0.5 on Ozempic, which is the lowest dose is 0.25 is low and 0.5 is low. So I started out on that back in mid-April. I went to see a wellness weight loss doctor at the VCU hospital here. So we talked and everything, and first I was doing it on my own, exercising, physical therapy and things like that. So after I saw the weight loss doctor, and she gave me some paperwork to look over, they gave me a lot of things on a food list. But basically, it's like you can eat what you want, eat the same foods that you eat, but you got to do it in moderation. But you can't. It's more of protein, low carb, and diet. Some people say it's almost similar to a keto diet. So far, I'm doing good. So after I saw the weight loss doctor, the non-medical weight loss doctor, she recommended me going to the surgical. She said to even get the weight off of me more, she recommends me getting surgical weight loss, which is they had the bypass, the gastro bypass, and they had the gastro sleeve, and they also have the lap band. I don't even know if people still get the lap band or not. That's when they put like a rubber band or something around your stomach. I don't even know if people still get that, but I know a lot of people get the gastro bypass and the sleeve. So I told them I wanted the sleeve. I did not want the gastro bypass where they cut your stomach and leave a small piece and reroute your intestine. I didn't want that. So I wanted the sleeve where they cut off half your stomach and staple. If you don't know what it looked like, you can I'll put a picture on a post so y'all can see. So I went to the gastro bypass I saw the gastro bypass surgery doctor. He does both gastro bypass and sleeve, and it was kind of disappointing to me. It was kind of disappointing because I'm sorry, y'all, my weight goes up and down, and it's more so the fluid and water weight than anything. That's what I talk with my I'm gonna come back to that. So it's very disappointed. He didn't put me on a plan for weight loss surgery, And he said the reason why he didn't want to put me on a plan right now is because my BMI was too high. And if you have a really high BMI, body mass index, they do not want to do surgery on a person because it's risky and it's too dangerous. So it kind of disappointed me because I was hoping that he would put me on a plan leading up to, the surgery. And that was not this point. So he basically told me in order for me to really get approved for surgery, I have to at least lose 100 more pounds. So I'm like, okay, but still was kind of disappointed because I'm thinking, okay, you can still put me on a plan. I know that, it takes anywhere between 3 months to a year to even get to that place to get, where they're approved for surgery and stuff like that. But I was disappointed because I was hoping that he put me on a plan, which is a short-term pain plan, telling me, okay, this is how we're going to get you to the weight for surgery that we want you to be. We're going to do this in 2 months. I want you to lose this amount of weight. In 4 months, I want you to lose this amount of weight. And that's what I thought maybe he could have done. To me, I don't know about, to doctors, is they have their specifics. And he really, to me, when I was at there, it was like he wasn't even giving me a chance. But I understand, with my BMI being high, and my BMI, because I'm being transparent on this journey, I think it was like 92. And that was too high for him, and he didn't want to risk it. Now, there are some people that do get the surgery, and their BMI is at 90 something, 80 something, and they go ahead and do the surgery anyway. That's probably with special circumstances. But he did not want to risk that, he said, because it would be dangerous for me, and they didn't want to do that, especially because I got the heart thing going on. I have COPD and stuff like that. But when I looked at the paper, the paper that they give you, most of the stuff on there I already done. I already completed. Like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, so that was out of question. And I do know that it was like, they don't want you to take no antihistamine. That means like aspirin, Tylenol, stuff like that for surgery, leading up to your surgery. If you're pregnant, they want you to stop all prenatal. I'm not pregnant. If you're on birth control, for like women that's on birth control, and a lot of women on birth control, not just to stop them from getting pregnant, a lot of women are on birth control to help manage their monthly cycle. So they want you to stop that. Like I think it said on the paper, like 3 months before surgery, something like that. And then they have like a medication part on there. So certain medications you got to stop taking. And when I looked on the list, it was like 2 medications on the list. They want you to stop taking, and it's like it's like a GLP medication. So one of the medications on the list was Jardiance, which I take, and then they had metformin on there. So I was like, okay, I take both of them. So they require you to stop that. But like most of the things on there, I've already put in place. Like I see a nutritionist, but I don't see a dietitian. But I see a nutritionist. To me, a dietitian and nutrition, they both the same, but they do different things. They want you to see a psychiatrist, because some people, they got to be mentally stable for a surgery like that. And you notice, if you have watched My 600-Pound Life, and some of the people in here, Dr. Now recommend see therapists, because they dealing with a lot of trauma from their childhood and stuff like that. So they want you to see a psychiatrist, to make sure you okay getting this surgery, because stuff like that can really mess up a person's mind. But I already see a counselor, for other reasons. And the reason why I see a counselor is because all the different things, health issues that I'm going through, it's like it all hit me at one time, and it was like really hard for me to really deal with it. So that's why I see a counselor. So both of that I already done. on there, and they want you to see a dietitian. And on the paper it said a dietitian, they'll come out to your home sometimes, and they will look through your refrigerator and your cabinets to see what you got in there, and see, and they will throw out stuff too. I do know that. And I told them, I said, well, they can look at my refrigerator, my cabinet. I can tell you what, I don't got nothing in there that's junk food. I don't got none of that stuff. And most of this food in there is like kind of healthy anyway. So he didn't make the plan, and he said, in order for me to get him to do the surgery, I have to at least lose 100 more pounds. So that kind of disappointed me a little bit. And I was like, I was like, dang, because I do want the surgery and everything. So he said that he's going to talk to my other weight loss doctor, and he said, because they come together every so often and they meet as a team and discuss patients. So he said he was going to discuss my information to the doctors and stuff like that to see if they can come up with a plan. But my weight loss doctor, she already gave me a plan, and he got on the computer, was looking at everything, and I don't even think he read her notes, the after summary notes. I don't even think he read those notes. So after that, he said, oh, my blood work was good, because I know they just want you to have a blood work and some other tests. And even before you get weight loss surgery, if you're dealing with any issues with your heart, you got to get clearance from your heart doctor, cardiologist. You also got to get clearance from your primary care physician to make sure everything is, okay and good to go. So I just recently had blood work done, and everything came back fine. He said that my kidneys are doing a little bit much better, so that was good. He said my A1C was okay. He says it's a little bit high, but it's not dangerously high, so that's a plus right there. So he said all my labs was good. So, but still, I have to get that 100 pounds, 100 pounds more off. But it's good. I'm okay with it. So yesterday, I saw my doctor. I saw my weight loss doctor. So I saw her yesterday, and so we talked, and she understands about my weight, because my weight goes, like I said, it goes up and it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. It's just my weight is just everywhere right now. It's been like that since I got sick in 2003. So it's like crazy everywhere. But thank God I'm no longer at that 600-pound mark, y'all, because I was like 600 pounds back in 2023. And I thank God that I'm not there no more. So we talked yesterday about our other weight loss doctor at the wellness center, and it's like wellness center / women's center, and another doctor was in on this setting as well. So she was saying she understand about my weight, and basically she was like, we understand. She said, it's kind of hard to get your real true weight, because you lost pounds. She said you lost a lot of weight. She said it's just that your weight goes up and down because of the fluid and the water retention. And I'm like, yeah. So she was going over the different things that I ate. So I told her what I ate for breakfast. I told her what I ate for lunch and different things like that. And I told her for the first time I ate a burger without a bun. So actually I ate a burger that was wrapped in lettuce, and it was pretty good. I said I liked it, even though I like the bread, but I kind of liked it. A burger, a cheeseburger wrapped in lettuce, with the lettuce and tomatoes and onions. It was pretty good. So we went over to that. And then she stated to me that VA, was it UVA. It's UVA stands for University of Virginia. Has a program, I think a new program or a program that they're implementing in their weight loss clinic. Because UVA they has a bariatric clinic as well, and so she said it's a water diet, and I've heard people do water diets, and some of them is like they do the insane. I've seen people do water diets for a whole year, which was crazy because you cannot do the water diet for a whole year without eating. Your body need nutrients. So I've seen people do water diets for like 2 and 3 months, and after and let me tell you, it has some results, because they sure did lose a lot of daggone weight, I'm telling you. But the bad part is they did it unsupervised, and when they stopped to go back eating, that's when they messed up. Because anytime you do a fast, you just don't go rush into eating. And these people that I've seen, they then ate. They was eating fried chicken. I remember one man went to a smorgasbord. Man, he wound up being in the ER because I forgot what he did. Because when you fasting, you gotta do liquids first. Because see, when you fast, your body gets rid of all, you peeing, you urinating, you defecating. If you don't know what defecating is, that means pooping. You're urinating, you defecating, and your body is getting rid of all that toxins through all that food and stuff that you ate. And basically your body resets itself, and it tells itself, okay, we're not eating this and that. So after you fast, you eat, you drink, you go to a liquid diet. After you do the liquid diet, you go to soft foods. And then after soft foods, you work your way into eating, just foods that you used to eat, or you just change your diet altogether. And these people that went on a water fast, they went straight into eating heavy food. And they tore their stomach up and did everything else up. And some of them had to come out. Now they had to wear colostomy bags and all that stuff, because they but anyhow, so she said UVA has a program with that bariatric program, and it's a water fasting, and it's a supervised water fast for a whole month. And she told me what they do is they put you in a hospital for a whole month on a water fast and then a liquid diet. And the results, she said, were wonderful. People did lose weight. There was some turnaround, people, health conditions and different things like that. And they were able to come off meds and different things. Some people were able to come off the oxygen and different things like that, because it improved their health, overall health. Then some people that were going to the weight loss surgery, if I'm not mistaken, she said they didn't need surgery after they did that. They just lost the weight. And she asked me did I wanted to get a consultation for that, and I said sure. And I said, yeah, I'll talk to the doctor over there about that. It's not like I've never been on a fast before, because I have been on many fasts before. So fasting is not my first time, because I've done fasts before in the past where I didn't eat nothing. I went on a 10-day fast. I went on a 3-day fast before. I went on a 30-day fast. So fasting is not nothing new to me. So I say, yeah, I'll talk to the doctor, and she did tell me and I told her yesterday that I was kind of disappointed, and I put it on because I'm a part of the weight loss group, and I put in a group and told them how disappointed I was. And Alana was like, well, Sharita, you could go to that hospital, another hospital, Bon Secours has a good bariatric team. And I said, yeah, I'll check them out too. And some people said, well, you could ask for I'll see another doctor, and and get a second opinion, different things like that. And I said, yeah, I'll talk to my doctor about it. And so she told me, she told me the same thing as the surgery doctor told me, that they don't like to give a plan for a person with a high BMI, because, like she said, it's dangerous during the operation. And I forgot to mention, the surgeon said if he was to give me a plan, it would waste my time. So my thing is, if you gave me a plan, it wouldn't waste my time, because it'd be a short-term, long-term goal thing. But God gave us doctors, and He gave us wisdom, and He gave us common sense at the same time, and He gave us a brain. I always tell people that when they found that doctor, I'm like, yeah, listen to your doctor. That's why God put him there. He gave you a brain, so He also gave us common sense and gave us wisdom. So if God tell you listen to your doctor, listen to your doctor. If God didn't tell you take that whole bottle of medicine and throw it away, I behoove you to listen to your doctor and listen to God. But at the same time, gotta use wisdom, gotta use common sense, gotta use my brain. So I'm gonna listen to what they got to say. But at the same time, y'all, I trust God. I trust God. And so I know I lost a lot of weight. So I used to wear a size 6X pants. I used to wear size 6X pants. Yep. And so I went from wearing 6X pants to wearing a 4X pants. So what was last week? I think I put the video on here, a little short video where I put on a pair of pants, and I said I had a lot of room in it. And I was like, God dang. I lost this much weight. Woo woo! I said, I think I need to go down to a 3X pant size. So but I still wore them anyway, But they had a little string on it, so I was able to tie them up. And yeah. So I know I lost a lot of weight, because I had on a dress yesterday, and I really didn't pay attention to the dress. But I noticed the dress is like really, really big on me, like really, really big on me, because it kind of hangs off my shoulder, and I have to keep pulling it back on my shoulder and different things like that. So this is the funny thing. Now, this is the funny thing, and my mom always tells me, she said, "Why do you share stuff like that?" I was like, "Well, I'm not. I'm helping somebody out there. I don't know who, but somebody out there." But so I had this bra now, and sometimes I get somebody to help me put my clothes on if my arms are hurting. And if you're wondering, well, okay, why your arms be hurting? So on my right arm, I have a rotator cuff thing going on, and sometimes it hurts my arm. It hurts to lift it up and stuff. And then on my left side of my arm, I have a cervical disc. That means one of my discs in my neck is like slightly open, and at times it presses on my nerves really hard, and I can feel the nerves being pressed all throughout my arm and my fingers at times, and it's an agony. It's pain that I don't wish on nobody. Chronic pain, when your nerves are being pressed down real and you feel it, that's chronic pain going through your body, because you can feel it. And I have muscle spasms from this to this. It goes all across my upper back part towards my neck area. So sometimes I have to get somebody to help me put my shirts on or stuff like that, because my arms hurt really bad. So I asked my son to help me put my bra on, and he got the bra. He was like, "Mom, I don't think you can fit this." I was like, "I bet you I can," because I like sports bras. I just can't do wire bras. I'm just saying, I just can't do them things. I hate them things. Ever since high school, I hate them things. I would cut the wire out of it. That's how bad I hate it. But anyhow, so he was like, "Ma, I don't think you can fit this because this look too small." I was like, "I bet you I can. I bet you I can." So he helped me put the bra on. I was like, fat diggity dog. I said, "I could fit this jank. I could fit this jank." Y'all just don't know how proud I am, getting the weight off and can fit certain things that, I couldn't fit and I had a hard time fitting. And now to put it on and to pull my pants up and knowing that, hey, I still got a lot of room in it. Somebody else can fit that leg in the pants. You know what I'm saying? And that feels good. I know with, people that deal with obesity and morbid obesity, and when they lose weight, they feel good because they it's like they lose another person. So each time I drop pounds, it's like I'm dropping another person off me. Like when I go in the hospital sometimes and they have to take off fluid because sometimes the fluid gets out of hand. They have to take off the fluid. And sometimes, the last time I went in a hospital, it was in March. And I was in there for the whole month of March. And then I came home, but I was still in a hospital because the hospital here is called VCU. They have it's called Hospital to Home program. And you can do some of the remainder of your hospital stay at home. So when they took off 60 pounds of fluid off me. And that was a whole lot. That was a whole lot. That was a whole lot of fluid. That was like taking off half of me. Like it was like 60 of me or 61 of me. They just took off 60 of me. So there's like a whole nother person. And it's like each time that happens, or each time I lose the weight and I check myself on the scale, and I'd be like, God dang. I'd be like, I feel good. To know that because the weight coming off, I couldn't hardly walk. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't hardly walk. And, I couldn't hardly get up. And somebody would have to help me get up. You know what I'm saying? And, I could only take 2 steps now. I went from taking 2 steps. Now I can walk 175 feet. Well, first time I started, I could only do like 2 feet, and that was it. And sit back down because I was so out of breath. And now I can get up, and even though I have a rollator, I push around, but still, sometimes I don't use the rollator. I just, walk without it, but I have it nearby because I'm considered as a fall risk. You know what I'm saying? But I take each day and I just trust God that, it's going to get better. It's going to get better every day. Every day it's going to get better. So now, I told my daughter, I said, I want to get back in a, date somebody or something, or have a special friend or something like that. And she was like, well, I don't know, mommy. I don't know. But I said, yeah, I just want to have a special friend, somebody to talk to or something like that. And then I was like, I don't know if a man going to want to talk to somebody. I got oxygen, and I got curve around oxygen with me, and I got a rollator and stuff like that. They probably, some guys don't want to date somebody like a person like me because they'll feel like, oh, I gotta take care of her, and I ain't trying to do that. So, but I told her, I said, I just want, a companion, somebody just to talk to, chat with, on the phone and stuff like that, and just a friend. So that's what I said. I was going to start dating somebody, and I was laughing, but it's all cool and everything. But I just wanted to come on here and share some updates with you all. And I noticed my voice is getting groggy. Yeah, because I had just getting over a virus, and it kind of impacted my voice a little bit. And my voice is still not like 100% yet, because it breaks up a lot. So it sounds like this. So I'm going to stop talking and end it here. And y'all post y'all comments and everything, and I thank y'all for encouragement. I thank y'all for viewing and stuff. I got other updates I'm going to share with you all later on. I'll probably be back on later on tonight or tomorrow, but I got other updates to share with you all. So y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.